Hello everyone. So in our previous video, we were discussing chapter 3 which talks about input tax credit, and we have covered section 16 and 17 in detail. So we will do some problems on whatever provisions we have covered under section 16 and 17. Fine. Come to the problems guys, which is at the end of the chapter. Yeah, come to this point. Come to this point. Let me read. Problem number 1. XYZ Limited, a registered under GST, is engaged in the manufacture of taxable goods. Compute the ITC available with XYZ Limited for the month of October 2021 from the following particulars. What is it? So XYZ Limited, we are thinking, see, whenever you are calculating input tax credit, think the person is as a recipient. Okay, he is registered under GST, fine. And for October 2021, he has given the following details. We need to see one by one. Inward supply. Input A, GST on that 1 lakh has been paid. One of the invoice on which GST payable was 10,000 is missing. So if the recipient is not having invoice, can he claim the credit? No, sir. So 10,000 credit cannot be claimed. Remaining 90,000, yes, he can claim. Okay. Then coming to input B, 50,000 is the GST paid. Inputs are to be received in 2 installments. First installment has been received in October 2021. Okay, so it is received in 2 installments. Only one first installment is received in October. Another installment will be received in future. So they are told if you are purchasing in installment, you can claim credit as per the proviso given in section 16(2). Credit can be claimed only when you receive the last installment. So entire 50,000 credit cannot be claimed. And here in the first point, 10,000 credit cannot be claimed. Remaining 90 can be claimed. Okay, sir. Then there is a purchase of capital goods and GST paid on that is 120. XYZ Limited has capitalized the capital goods at full invoice value inclusive of GST, as it will avail depreciation on the full invoice value. Means to calculate the depreciation, they have also added GST to the cost. So as per section 16(3), they cannot claim the credit of it because the 1,20,000 has been added to the cost to claim depreciation as per Income Tax Act. Sorry, you cannot claim ITC under GST. Okay. The last item, input services. GST paid is 2,25,000. One invoice dated 20th Jan 2021 on which GST payable was 50,000 has been received in October 2021. Okay, let us read this again. Input services, you have paid 2,25,000. One invoice is dated 20th Jan 2021. Okay, it is related to financial year 2021. Financial year 2021 on which GST payable was 50,000 has been received in October 2021. Okay, so invoice which is related to 2021 on which GST payable was 50,000 has been received now in October 2021. Let us see. So for this we need to check 16(4) whether time limit is still there or not. 16(4) will give the deadline to claim ITC with the maximum time within which ITC can be claimed. We will cross check whether still time is available or not. Notes. All the conditions necessary for availing the ITC have been fulfilled. Means except whatever they have given in remarks, other conditions have been satisfied. That is what they are trying to tell. Don't think whether goods are received or not, whether that is done or not. This is done. Except whatever is given in the remarks, other things have been satisfied. Okay, sir. Then the annual return for the financial year ending 31st March 21, that is financial year which one? 2021. Please be careful. Was filed on 15th September 2021. So actual date of filing annual return is what? 15th September. Why have they given this? It is relevant for 4th point, guys. It is relevant for 4th point. Yeah. Now we need to calculate what is the input tax credit available for XYZ Limited for the month of October 2021. Let us do it. Computation of ITC available with XYZ Limited for the month of October 2021. Input A, only 90,000 credit is available, which is nothing but 1 lakh minus 10,000. Sir, what about the remaining 10,000? Invoice is not available. Na? Section 16 subsection 2, one of the condition is invoice. Recipient should be having an invoice. There should be a possession of invoice. So I have given a note explanation here. As per section 16.2, ITC cannot be taken on missing invoice. The registered person should have the invoice in his possession to claim ITC. Therefore, ITC with respect to one invoice which is missing on which GST pays a payable 10,000 cannot be taken. This is as per section 16.2, guys. Okay, sir. Next, coming to input B, note 2, that is amount is nil. Why so? Proviso. As per first proviso to section 16.2, and if you don't know the proviso number, first proviso, no, second proviso, no, third proviso, just write as per proviso to section 16.2. Yeah, here I have mentioned as per first proviso because it is the first proviso, because there are various proviso. I think 2 provisions are there for section 16.2. So that is why I have mentioned here first proviso. As per first proviso to section 16.2, when inputs are received in installment, ITC can be availed only on the receipt of last installment. So here input B is received in 2 installment. Only the first installment is received in October. So another installment will be receiving after October. So I will claim the credit for both the installment only when the last installment is received, guys. Then coming to capital goods, again credit cannot be availed as per section 16.3. I have given the explanation here. Let me just go through it quickly. As per section 16.3, input tax paid on capital goods cannot be availed as ITC if depreciation has been claimed on such tax component in income tax. Clear? Yes, so this fourth point is interesting, guys. This is important because it is on 16.4. Input services, totally you have paid how much? 2,25,000. And they are told a point here, please pay attention. One invoice which is dated 20th Jan 2021. So it is related to which financial year? Please be careful because you may go wrong with financial year calculation. Here it is January. So financial year is 2021. On which GST payable was 50,000 has been received in October. So invoice relating to 20th Jan is received in October 2021. Okay, let us see whether still time limit is available or not. So observe this. As per section 16.4, ITC on an invoice cannot be availed after the due date of furnishing the return for the month of September following the end of financial year to which such invoice pertains. So invoice is relating to financial year 2021. So September of next month means September 21. So the due date to file GST at 3B for September is 20th October 21. Okay. Next. What is the actual date of filing the return, annual return for financial year 2021? Actual date they have given in this point here, 15th September. So annual return for 2021 is filed on 15th September, which is earlier 15th September. Since the annual return for financial year ending 31st March 21 has been filed on 15th September, prior to the due date of filing the return for September 21, which is 20th October, which is the due date, ITC on the invoice pertaining to financial year ending 31st March 21 cannot be availed after 15th September. So the deadline to claim credit for this invoice was 15th September 21, which is already over. We are already in October. October will come after September. So already the time limit is over. So can you claim the credit on this 50,000 invoice which is related to 20th Jan 21? No. Time is already over. So excluding it. So 225 is the total credit. From that 50,000 you cannot claim. Reduce it. Remaining you will claim it. Clear? So this is how the questions will be asked in the exam, guys. So for 4 or 5 marks the questions would be asked. We will be solving the questions asked in the exams. This is not an exam question, but still very good question I feel. So that is why I have done it. So please be careful for each and every point. Why credit is available or why credit is not available, you need to give a note, which is very, very important. If you want to get 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5, please give the notes, guys. Clear? So for every problem almost I have given the note except second problem. Second problem I have just done it with a credit calculation. Chalo. Second one, there are totally 10 items. One by one we will discuss. Yeah, let us start. Harsh Private Limited, a registered supplier, is engaged in the manufacture of taxable goods. The company provides the following information pertaining to purchases made or services availed by it during the month of July. So what are this? So they have given the information with respect to their inward supply for the month of July, guys. So we need to calculate what is the credit available for them. Raw material to be received in the month of September. So can they claim the credit in the month of July? No, sir. Sorry. Credit cannot be claimed. As per section 16(2) proviso. Membership of a club availed for employees working in a factory. No, credit cannot be claimed. As per section 17(5). Okay. Next, inputs to be received in 5 lots, out of which third lot was received in this month. So remaining 2 lots is not yet received. So again, as per the proviso, you cannot claim the credit for it. Okay. Next, trucks used for transport of raw material. How much? 40,000. Truck means used for transportation of goods. Credit is available, sir. Okay. Capital goods. Out of 3 items, invoice for 2 items is missing. And GST paid on those items is 80,000. So capital goods, totally 3 items are there, on which 1,50,000 tax has been paid. But for 2 capital goods, invoice is missing. So 80,000 credit you cannot claim. Remaining 70,000 credit can be claimed. Because 80,000 is the GST on 2 capital goods on which invoice is missing. So sorry, you cannot claim credit. Okay, remaining 70,000 you can claim it. Next, electric machinery purchased for being used in the manufacturing process. So can we claim the credit? Yes, sir, credit can be claimed. Motor vehicle used for the transportation of employee. Sorry, blocked. 17(5). Employees means blocked. Payment made to contractor for construction of staff quarter. That is for my own contract. So in that case, can I claim the credit? No, it is blocked. As per section 17, subsection 5. Then purchase, if you want clause also, clause C. If you just, for 17(5), if you just remember section also is fine, guys. That is 17(5). If you can remember the clauses like A, B and all, great. You are like great. Chalo. Purchase of bus, seating capacity 15, more than 13. For the transportation of employees for the residence to company and back, allowed. Why? It is not blocked under 17(5). 17(5) clearly tell not more than 13. If it is more than 13, credit is available. General insurance taken on a car used by the executives of the company for official purposes. So credit is not available because car is used for official purposes. No problem. Still credit is not available. As per section 17(5). Clear, guys? Yes. Chalo. There are totally 10 items given. Determine the amount of ITC available with Harsh Private Limited for the month of July, subject to the information given above. All other conditions necessary for availing ITC have been fulfilled. Means except whatever information are given here, other things have been satisfied, it seems. Okay, sir. Next, one more important thing, guys. Assuming if this question is asked for 4 or 5 marks, 5 marks is the maximum marks which will be allotted for a single question. So if this question is asked for 4 or 5 marks in the exam, as the number of items are more, you can ignore the notes. Okay, I'm just telling you. See, always how you present the answer depends on what question they have asked and for how much marks, guys. So that is why I'm telling you, totally 10 items have been asked. And if this question is asked for 4 or 5 marks, you cannot write the notes for each and every item. It will take very long time. So that is why in this case, you can ignore writing notes. Okay, but this is not again an examination question, so you need not worry. In the examination, maximum they are giving 4 or 5 adjustments. Okay, so in that case, you can aramse give a note. So I repeat, if this kind of question is asked where 10 items are there for 4 or 5 marks in the exam, you can ignore the notes in that case. Just show the calculation. So see here, this is how I have presented. If you present this much, more than enough. Okay, if you feel somewhere note is important, only for that point you can give the note. But not for all the points, guys, because it will be very time consuming. If you start giving note for all the 10 points, so it's like, okay, you are taken more time than what it deserves in the exams. Please plan accordingly in the exam. Chalo, one by one. Raw material to be received in the month of September. So we are calculating the ITC in the month of July. So in July, credit is not available as per. If you want, you can, in the bracket only, you can mention the section. So it is actually as per proviso to section 16.2, guys. First point is as per proviso to section 16.2. Okay, sir. Next, membership of a club availed for employees working in the factory. 17.5 blocked. Credit is not available. Okay. Next, input to be received in 5 lots, out of which third lot was received during the month. So still 2 lots are not received. So as per proviso to section 16.2, credit is not available in this month. Credit will be available only when you receive the last lot. Then trucks used for transportation of raw material is available because it is not blocked. Then capital goods, out of 3 items, invoice for 2 items missing and GST paid on those items is 80,000. So for this 80,000, section 16.2, invoice is missing now. So credit is not available. You are not satisfied the condition given under section 16.2. No credit. Then electric machinery purchased for being used in the manufacturing process, credit is available. Then motor vehicle used for transportation of employee, blocked under section 17.5. Okay, so next, payment made to a contractor for construction of staff quarter, again blocked under section 17.5. Okay, so 17.5, as I told you, if you just remember the subsection is more than enough, guys. Clauses and all, yes, if you can remember it, no problem, great it will be. But if not, no problem. Even section 16, section 16.2 as clauses. Okay, if you just mention section 16.2 in your answers, it's more than enough. Purchase of bus seating capacity 15 for the transportation of employees is allowed because it is not blocked under section 17.5 as the seating capacity is more than 13. General insurance taken on a car used by the executives of the company for official purpose is blocked under section 17.5, guys. It is blocked. Is that clear? Yes, sir. So the total ITC which is available with Arch Private Limited for the month of July is 3,32,000. 3,32,000. So I have just given this much answer as I have told you. If this many items, more number of items are asked, you can ignore the notes. If not, note is very mandatory, very much mandatory, guys. So in the examination, maximum, as I told you, they are asking question either for 4 or 5 marks, where they will give maximum 5 adjustments. Okay, so for each and everything, you have to give a note. Why are you claiming the credit? If you are telling why ITC is available, please tell it. Or if you are telling ITC is not available, tell why it is not available. That's all. Try to keep it at least short. 2 to 3 lines maximum. Clear? In simple words. Chalo, one more question. Let us do the third one. Determine the amount of input tax credit admissible to JKL Limited in the month of September 2018 in respect of various inward supplies during the month from the following information. Assume that all the conditions necessary for availing the input tax credit have been fulfilled by JKL Limited. So all other conditions are satisfied itself. Okay. So it is an exam question which is asked in June 2019 for 5 marks, guys. So what are those? One by one items, inward supplies. Health insurance of permanent factory employees as per the policy of the company. Is credit available, guys? No, sir. Credit is not available. 17.5, it is blocked. Okay. Next. Raw materials for which invoice received under and GST paid for full amount, but only 90% of the material is received during the month and remaining 10% will be received in the next month. So can you claim the credit? No. As per the proviso to section 16.2, it tells if you are receiving the goods in installment, you claim the credit only when you receive the last installment. So entire 1,13,000 you cannot claim. Not even proportionate. Please don't calculate proportionate credit also. 90% is received. 1,13,000 into 90% allowed. Please don't do that. Next, works contract service used for installation of plant and machinery. So credit is allowed because 17.5 clearly tell for plant and machinery allowed. Okay. Next, goods purchased against valid invoice from PQR Limited. Although GST has been deposited by PQR Limited, PQR Limited is the supplier, but JKL Limited has made payment of PQR Limited for such purchases in the month of November. Okay, what is this? See, JKL Limited has purchased the goods from PQR. So JKL has not yet paid for that goods, but PQR Limited has given the invoice, supplied the goods, and PQR Limited only has deposited the tax to the government. But still, JKL Limited has not yet paid the amount. It paid the amount when? In November. Can they claim the credit in the month of September? Yes, they can claim it. No problem. If they don't pay within 180 days, then later it will be added back. But now, all other conditions are satisfied. Now, supplier has deposited the tax, he has issued the invoice, no problem, you can claim the credit. 50,000. Next, purchase of car used by a director for business meetings only. Blocked. 17.5. It is blocked. Yeah, it is not used for the purposes given there. So it is used for business purpose, no problem. By a director who is an employee, is not a passenger. So credit is not available, guys. Let us see. See, the solution is simple, but please don't give only this much answer, guys. You have to give the notes, as I've already told. So how many items are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 5 marks, 5 items are given, but show the calculations plus notes. First, health insurance of permanent factory employees is blocked. As per section 17.5 clause B, input tax credit on health insurance is not available until and unless it is as per the compulsory government policy or it is obligatory. So here they have not given anything, so it is understood it is not an obligatory, because if it is an obligatory for the employer to provide it, they will clearly mention it in the question, guys. Okay. Next, raw materials for which invoice received and GST paid for full amount, but only 90% of the material received during the month and remaining 10% will be received in the next month. Full credit is not available. As per proviso to section 16.2, input tax credit will be available only when the last lot is received. Hence, entire ITC, this is important, entire ITC will be available in October. That is when you are receiving the last lot. Okay, next one, third one. Works contractor service used for installation of plant and machinery, credit is available because 17.5 clearly tell except plant and machinery. As per section 17.5C, input tax credit will not be available for works contract services when supplied for construction of immobile property other than plant and machinery. Means for plant and machinery allowed. Since it is for plant and machinery, the input tax credit is available, guys. Okay. Next, goods purchased against valid invoice from PQR Limited. Payment is not paid. No problems. Claim the credit. If you don't pay within 180 days, then we will see. Not now. ITC shall be admissible in the month of September 2019, even if the payment is made by JKL Limited in the month of November, as payment is made within 180 days period. So claim credit now. If by chance, if you don't pay the amount within 180 days, then it has to be reversed later. It has to be added to your output tax liability along with interest as per proviso. Okay, last slide. Purchase of car used by a director for business meetings only. Option means it is blocked under section 17.5. So the answer is nil there. As per section 17.5A, input tax credit shall not be available in respect of motor vehicle, that is car, which is used by director. Obviously, car means the seating capacity will be less than 13 only, guys. So it is understood. Used by a director, even if it is used for business meeting also. Clear? Yes, sir. So this is about the third question, guys, which is an examination question. We have some more questions or problems. We'll be discussing it in the next class. And also we have left with some more provisions. We have covered only 2 sections, section 16 and 17. We have some more sections to be covered, which we will be doing it in the next class, guys. And please be careful. And whenever you guys are presenting the answers, see in your main answers, give the link to the notes, guys. Note 1, note 2, you can observe here. how I have related, so that the evaluate, it becomes easy for the evaluator to cross check. Okay, some people, some students, they will write the notes, but they will not give reference here. They will not write the note numbers here. Okay, don't do that, guys, please. Okay, for any answer, for any topic, I'm telling, you can observe my solutions wherever I have given. I have always given references to the note numbers. Whatever notes or whatever working notes will be given, we should always give the reference in our main working or in our main answers, because it will become easy for the evaluator to cross check the answers along with the notes. Fine, fine, guys. So we'll stop it here for the day. So we'll continue in the next class, and we will start with section 18 tomorrow. Fine. Bye for now. Take care, study well, and enjoy, guys.